Eso es bueno, ya que soy el único que hay igual.
My name is Dan Abramovich. I'm the stereoscopic supervisor at Blue Sky Studios. And on Rio 2, I supervise all aspects of 3D production. My main job is to figure out creatively what the director wants to do with 3D.
My name is Jeeyun, and I'm lighting supervisor. What I do daily is meet with our director and deliver their direction to team of lighting, which are about 50 people.
I'm Jim Bresnahan. I'm a co-supervising animator on Rio 2 with Melvin Tan. And I work with the director to look at all the shots from the animators and give some notes on performance and how to keep things looking good.
In this specific scene, we definitely, Nigel was the showcase character here, and all of the stuff in the background, you know, got blurry and defocused. We maintained a slight bit of volume, 3D volume on the background, but most of the 3D volume was here. And then when the attention shifted to Gabby, we had her come out into audience space. So we actually set up different 3D values for the background, for the character, for Nigel, and then for the Gabby character.
I'm the lead sculptor, and so I'll get the character designs for the main characters, and we'll just take them from the two-dimensional into three-dimensional in clay, just to kind of further the design along before it goes into production.
Carlos really wanted to make it look like a real jungle, but at the same time, he didn't want it to overtake the colors of the character.
Yeah.
So, and characters are very colorful. So, and backgrounds are very colorful.
Gabby is a poisonous. She's a poisonous tree frog. So she loves Nigel, but she can't touch him. This is our software that we use to animate with. And basically, this is what we call the rig for Gabby.
We're using Maya for it, which is a public, it's a software that everybody can purchase, but we have a lot of custom little, sometimes big, really big parts actually that we write here in the studio. I'm Sabina, and I'm in the rigging department, and I worked on Rio 2 on Blue and on Jewel.
In Rio 1, jungle is a more open jungle. And at Rio 2, when we go into Amazon, they're more of a canopy. It's a deep down in the jungle bottom. So we casted a lot of shadow. This is the one that I mean, that is the shapes of the shadow that we casted without actually existing tree. This technique is called cookie cutter. So as you can see, we kind of avoided casting shadow onto the character.
Yeah.
This character always has to look heroic. They always somehow mysteriously in light.
So maybe the villain, he has to have shadows.
Yes.
¡Roberto! Hola, hey, soy la media naranja de Perla. Jamás mencionaste a ningún Roberto.
¿Es así como debe verse un guacamayo azul?
I was responsible for, finding a style for the movie and overseeing the design of the film, and shepherding that through the process with the studio.
We do the main characters, yeah. We'll get the designs from the art department and just flesh them out dimensionally. Gabby is a digital maquette, and so which is done in ZBrush in the computer. And this is the original design up here for Gabby, and as we work it along to make her even cuter, she gets the head tilt and things like that, her eyelashes bigger, all those sort of things.
In terms of actually coming up with the ideas for the motion, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that process.
Yeah.
We have, when an animator is assigned a shot, we have a kickoff. So we have a meeting with the director. The director gives his ideas for the character performance, what he would like to see. And then the animator has to go off and kind of brainstorm a lot more, kind of do a lot more work to kind of come up with funny ideas for performance.
We even had birds in the studio. It was really fun. They had like big parrots, and they were flying around in the meeting room. It was really great to see how they're actually moving. So we can use this kind of knowledge and bring it into our rigs.
The way we'll design a character like this, we start with everything we do. We start very broad, and when we narrow on a solution, try to find like a shape that might work well, and then tighten it up. And these were like the final approved drawings here before we go into clay.
And then like Charlie is a clay sculpt. So starting with Charlie, I'll use a wire armature and to build like a skeleton. So I'll find a pose, work with the directors again, and then flesh it out in clay using oven-baked clay.
Basically what we get is a plain model where nothing is moving yet. Nothing can move. It's basically like on the example of Puppet on Strings, it's the wooden pieces, but they're all separate. There's nothing connected, nothing moves. So when we are done with it, we're basically putting all kinds of controls in there so that when the animator comes in and pulls the strings, that basically the arm already goes with it automatically and they don't have to animate every little single thing.
And I know this can be a hard question, but you have to choose your favorite character in Rio. Oh, who would you say is your favorite to work with?
It's kind of split between Nigel and Gabby.
You have to say one. Oh,
Yeah,
Blue.
Blue.
I like Tiago. He's over here. Just because he's just cute.
¡Atrás, animal salvaje! ¡Qué adorable!
Río 2.
And that is really hard in 3D because you basically have to. Oh yeah, it crashed. That sometimes happens too.
It happens in every job.
It happens in every job. I saved though.